Hi, we're King Hannah, and you're listening to KRTU 91.7 FM, San Antonio, Texas.
All right, awesome. Okay, so thank y'all so much for being here. If I could first things first, have y'all go ahead, introduce your band, and then each of your names, please.
Yes. We are King Hannah. I'm Hannah.
I'm Craig.
All right, okay. No, that's perfect. Okay, so our first question here, your first EP, Creme Brulee, was released in the middle of the pandemic in 2020. So what was it like to kind of start out during this time?
I feel it might have come across to everyone else that we were starting out, maybe, but we've been doing it for so long, so to us it didn't really feel like it was starting out, did it? It just felt...
it felt like the start of like it being
signed.
Yeah, and it being a bit more, not serious, because we always took it seriously. But it was the start of people actually like listening to us.
We knew it was like, we can only push ourselves so far, whereas with a label, you're able to go so much further, so we knew we were aware of that.
Right. Okay. So you said that wasn't you starting out, so had y'all just been on your own kind of playing in public places, or what was that like before?
So we started like writing together in like 2016, 17. But it was kind of like a slow start, just because we were just kind of learning or something, and we still took it very seriously. And then we released Creme Brulee on our own, just without any label, originally in 2019.
Okay.
But we had recorded a lot of things before that and never thought they were like good enough for us to release, because they didn't kind of sound as we wanted them to sound. And as I say, we were still learning how to record and do things. And then it was Creme Brulee that got the attention of Cities Vanguard, who we eventually signed to, and then we re-released Creme Brulee as part of an EP. That's the story.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. All right, so I'm Sorry I Was Just Being Me was your first full album, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so how was that different from your experience with just like singles and EPs?
I think we've noticed, we went on, so we toured the UK before the album came out, and then we toured Europe after the album came out, and the jump in attention and the number of fans that came to, people that came to the show, everything was just like the next level, it felt, didn't it?
Yeah.
So it felt like it started to sink in. That's how it felt.
We also got told that when we were releasing the EP that like magazines and blogs and stuff, and like people don't really care about EPs. So as soon as we brought out like a record, people just seem to care and listen a lot more, because people listen to albums a lot more than listen to EPs. So
they were saying that in a positive way, weren't they? Because they were saying like it's rare that people care about an EP, and everyone cared about ours.
Yeah. But I'm still saying that like the album has reached a lot more people than EPs, because that's, you can just see with the plays, the number of plays on Spotify, it's in a lot more. It's in a lot more record stores and all that kind of thing. So it was different in that way as well, because I think just a lot more people have heard the album.
Yeah.
All right. So if you could describe the new album in just 3 words, what 3 words would you choose? You can each give an individual answer.
I'll give it 6 words.
Yes.
Okay.
God. Describe the new album.
Dynamic.
Yeah, good.
That's one. Well, we always try and say like real and raw.
Yeah, like honest.
Honest, that's a good one.
I'd say honest and nostalgic.
Good one.
And amazing.
Oh my God.
I'm joking, I'm not joking. Probably
90s?
Yeah, maybe like, or like, like Real's a good one.
Real's a good one, yeah. I What did I say? I said
You got dynamic.
dynamic.
There you go.
Dynamic. Maybe like, what's another word for like?
Actually, I'm gonna say warm.
What's a good
I'm
one?
gonna say warm.
We've got one to go. This is hard. I'm gonna say us. It's very us.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
All right, that is nice. Okay, so you guys already talked about your tour a little bit, so I was just gonna ask, how's it going so far?
It's really fun.
It's going really well. Yeah.
Good.
It's kind of surreal to be doing like a North America tour. That's like crazy. That's like that's everyone's dream, isn't it? Well, it is in like the UK and Europe and stuff, and not many people get to do it. So
It's really cool.
Yeah.
We're playing like the bigger cities, and we're playing like small little like ones that you do in between cities. So we're seeing everything, and it's nice to see the different sort of crowds, I guess. And, places, definitely.
Like I never thought I'd do a show in San Antonio, Texas. It's crazy. It's
Very cool. We're having a good time.
Yeah,
Wonderful. Good. So what differences have you noticed so far on this tour as opposed to the UK and Europe?
Yeah. Well, huge differences, isn't there?
Yeah.
I think America is very hard to break, and our manager she is pushing us so much to break America. That's what she wants. That's what we want.
Yeah.
So we are very much starting at the ground up. Like, this is our legwork tour, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we get to the next one. So whereas we seem to have a big attraction in Europe, don't we?
Yeah, people have
They've pushed us more in Europe, isn't it?
Yeah, more people have heard of us in the album in Europe. And yeah, it seems to be, the crowds like in Europe seem to be a lot like people love live music.
That's true, yeah.
And even compared to the UK, well, actually definitely compared to the UK, as soon as we went to Europe and we go to places like Belgium and the Netherlands and Italy and stuff, they seem to be going out to see a gig as more of a part of their culture than it is in the UK, and possibly more than in the US as well. As far, that's just our experience with it. And also America's so big, so it's very hard for the album to have traveled,
Make its way around America.
make its way everywhere. It's obviously hit the big cities, but then the smaller cities in between, maybe that's hard for the album. That seems to be the case.
I think that's what they're trying to do. So they're getting the big cities first, which we sold out in New York in March. So it's getting to the big cities.
Right.
It's filtering its way through the little in between places. So it's going to take time, but that's because it's 10 times the size everywhere else. So it's going to take longer.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so of all the places that y'all have toured so far, if you had to pick one to be your favorite,
Of all the cities,
of all the cities.
I liked New York just because I love New York, and the show was particularly really, really good, and it sold out.
Yeah.
It was such a fun, isn't it? You always talk about Portland.
Yeah, I've always got to go to like Portland and Seattle and stuff. Just that like Pacific Northwest corner.
Okay.
I don't know where else.
All the Italy shows were really good.
Yeah. Played a great venue in Switzerland, in Langenberg. Not Langenberg.
Babylon.
Yeah, what's that?
I can't remember. One blank.
Yeah, maybe don't.
It'll come back to us.
Okay.
So many names.
Yeah.
But that was a good one.
Yeah. Well, I love Texas as well. I love like
This
the
is very
desert
cool.
and like I love the sky and the sunsets.
And the cities, like we played Mohawk in Austin, and that was a really fun one.
Yeah.
The city was great. Yeah.
It feels like nowhere else would be.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And then, so here's my last question. I just wanted to ask if there was anything else that y'all would want to share, maybe for bands that are starting out, for fans that are listening. I know y'all said y'all are trying to get a bigger fan base here in the U.S. So if there's anything you'd like to say, you can look right at the camera if you want.
We're currently on tour, North America tour. We'd love for you to come. Tickets are available at kinghannah.com. We're loving it and hope to see you here.
Yeah, and listen to the album.
Yeah, if you want.
If you want. Yeah.
Okay, thank you all so much.
Hi, we're King Hannah, and you're listening to KRTU 91.7 FM, San Antonio, Texas.